Question one says, what has been most impactful to you? I think what has been most impactful for me is just seeing how the strategies work and how they're used to help students comprehend reading. Something as simple as telling them, look, what do you see from looking at the picture? And just properly using those strategies, I think that it's a really powerful tool to help students become better readers. So just learning about the strategies, I think, was really impactful for me, and I feel like that book is going to be really useful if you and you're going to be able, when we go into a classroom, like as teachers, we're going to really be able to use that book. I think it has a lot of good ideas. And what will I take into my own classroom? I think something that I'll take into my own classroom is like the whole idea of leveling. It was interesting to hear other people's perspective on leveling, and just from my own experience, I think that that's just something that we have to be careful with, and that it could be useful too. You could group students based on the level they're reading, so I think that leveling is really important. But I also like the reading centers. I think that that's something I also take into my own classroom. I don't remember what week it was, but we did like this whole set up your classroom based on, with a purpose basically. So just seeing that everything is intentional, and like you're setting the classroom up with a purpose, not just, oh, this is the way it'll look nice. So I think that that's something that I'll be using in my classroom. How was your view? I guess I would say when I didn't really know that I was just thinking, oh, we're gonna learn how to teach reading basically, but I feel like there's so much that we learned, especially on the last post, I think it was, that I had read about how people believe that, you shouldn't introduce kindergartners to nonfiction books because they're probably not ready for it. So I think that just my whole perspective on reading comprehension, and it's just about like how you choose to teach it and how you approach it, and you can really help students love reading, or you can actually make them hate it. So I think that it just depends on how you approach it, and I think that as teachers, it's our responsibility to help them enjoy learning and to not make it like a chore. Like, it's good to challenge, but not to frustrate. So I think that there's definitely like a balance that we have to keep in mind. So I think that reading comprehension is really important. It's actually changed my mind a lot. I look back and say, wow, I wish I would have read more when I was younger, because you just see like how much you need it. And so I think that it's really important. So